And I'm back with more Apollo Justice. Needed to figure out what I'm doing with the thing, so hooray! I think I might have found it, I hope. But I think it's these slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? Look at the bottom! It's covered in paint! Except for... See, right here? Hey! Spot's shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck at the bottom, and then came off the slipper stepped in paint? It makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. The Merictus Clinic. Exactly. The victim's clinic. Wait, that means... that someone from the clinic was involved? Why is she just standing there? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access to the Merictus Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected, and it's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you. Really? Well, you did my work for me here with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you. Here, show this to the police officer on duty. Right, Merictus Clinic, here comes justice. He's saying that so much. Noodle. No, it's you two again. When will you learn? Look at me however you want, you're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look at what we have. What's this? Detective Sky. Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin, and today it's Detective Sky. Who are you, really? And now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Yeah. Oh. We did the thing. Alright. Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. This guy up front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived, looks like the police's team's gone home for the day. Might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Bowl. Look at all these bowls. They're from Eldoon's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty. I think we figured something out. I think we have. Mr. Eldoon must do takeout. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue. Huh? There's a single pair of sandals here. But why would there be sandals? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it's a visitor who came to see Dr. Merictus? You think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave their shoes? Better take a closer look at these just in case. These must be the slippers for the patients in the clinic. Same as the pair we found. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack. And ours have paint on the bottom. Which means they must have been taken out here the night of the murder. Right. Paint from the hit and run, after all. What were a pair of clinic slippers doing in the trash can? What were they even doing at the scene of the hit and run? Look! This door says doctor's office. Think this is the victim's private office? It's not locked. It's too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks. Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. What the? Apollo, that sound came from behind the door. Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. A break-in! Left through the window. Wait, you're too late to catch them now. Must be her experience of the panty snatcher chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check the room out first. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and her murder case are getting pretty related now. Kind of an expensive-looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken! Don't you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. But why is it standing on the floor like that? Hey, look at the cord! There's a red splotch on the cord. You think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood. It's almost pinkish. Something definitely odd about that lamp, though, that's for sure. A cute little safe! Looks like a 4-digit lock. Hmm? Someone's already entered 2 numbers, Apollo! You don't think... The burglar just now is trying to open it. Wonder what's inside this. Is there any way we're gonna figure out those last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2. Maybe there's something in the court record. Something that can help us find out the last 2 numbers. I got just the thing. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Oh, all we have to do... All we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use these to find out what the next 2 numbers are. Hooray! When you press the buttons, you have to touch them. With your finger, right? Would leave a print! When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons than the right ones, right? From personal experience, no, you press every button. But whatever. So if we can find the buttons with the fingerprints, we'll have the safe code! Not bad, Apollo! Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. 7 and 9. Glove marks. Must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. Yay! Code confirmed. Uh-oh. He's got a Manaki Neko. That's interesting. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray? Can't make heads or tails on it. And I can't read it either. It's all that medical speak. But the names are easy enough. Look. My patient, it says... Walkie-Kataki? So this is Wonky, our client's chart, huh? Well, this one chart be here in the safe. Let's see... Physician's signature says Paul Merictus. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Look here, it says who filed the chart. Nurse Alita Tiala? Tialita. I thought it was Tiala. Alita Tiala. Tialita is the fiance's name. That's one Ida too many. I thought so. Never mind. What's her name doing here? How should I know? No, I guess it does mean she's on staff in the clinic. Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. So she worked in the Merictus clinic. She had access to Walkie-Kataki's medical chart. Blech. I'm very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? See if there's anything. Containing folder. Oh yeah. This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullets sticking out of it. Why is this in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished. Not surprising it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Bullet. Yay. Okay, and I gotta go all the way back to People Park. Oh boy! Nothing like People Park. Oh wait. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how'd you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next you'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask her to help us, Apollo. Hey, Apollo, you think this could be a toe print? Maybe we can get a print off this. Let's try it. Imagine how much dust they go through if this is the amount it takes. I'm so glad I don't have to blow on it like we used to do with the actual DS version. Hey, it worked! It's a big toe. But wait, I mean, it's great we got the print, but... is there a list? Oh, good point. These sandals. It's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there's a way of finding out, of course. Can you compare the sample to this other print? Oh, print on these is nice and clear. Makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course, hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found it. A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or, do you already know? Can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer. Alright, we go back to the detention center next, I think. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and... Oh. You again! Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, he... Man! I'm on a funk and it's his fault. One can only assume his father tried to teach him a lesson. And failed. You two got your work cut out for you straight up! Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days, I wonder why I do what I do. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. What if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience. Feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? Didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is whack. It's disappointing, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob? Over my dead body! Over my dead body! I spend my life trying to keep it real, being an OG, never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out. Yeah. Day I get out of the clink, it's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kentucky family. Please don't talk as though you've assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. Miss Tiala? Yeah, a birthday present. She got mad little feet. Rad, so cute, man. So these sandals are hers. I kinda had a feeling. Wait, what's up with those funky vibes? I don't like you, I don't like your face. Doop dee doop dee doop dee doop dee doop. Man, that's so far off the hook. It's off the chain. Oh. There we go. What's that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait. That's right, it's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh? You lawyers do your homework. You met her when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so... Could you tell us a bit more about the circumstances? Fine, fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Yeah, I totally am leaning hard into the... I don't know why, but I think it's funny because, like, fake gangster and fake dumb scumbag is what this guy is, so it would be within the realm of possibility that this is what he would start doing. So it works out either way. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me. Emeritus Clinic? That's where I met her. My fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiana? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say. Bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you out on, woman. Straight gangsta style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet like on the down low, know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you marry me. So that was the proposal? You know it! An oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that. The op was done, and we were out of there. See you later, bot! About that. Yeah, it didn't go so well after that, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup and the boss is the boss's idea? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? Didn't you learn about the bullet at the checkup? Yeah. It's when I knew the doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. Hey, I'm still living lots now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Nah. Old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Okay, so I gotta go to Eldoon now. Talk to a doctor about being a doctor. Let's see what happens. Hooray! We're gonna finish this. And then we'll get to the trial and another recording someday. Mr. Eldoon, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is a doctor, after all. Mr. Eldoon, are you okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldoon. Did you take a look at this? A medical chart? Yeah, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence? What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. Chart belongs to my client. He's on trial, on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Oh. Permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fella is not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. Right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, this operation's already finished. But you can see that bullet is still stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? The bullet's snug as a bug right near the aorta, which connects to the heart. Heck, this scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, there'd be serious bleeding going on. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with. You mean... It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up for making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half year, tops.
But Walkie's operation's already half a year ago.
That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table.
Great, just great. How could Dr. Merrick just do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there?
I got a pretty idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. And then he finds the bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair.
Despair?
But the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out.
The Katakis?
You bet. Kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation, Lucky's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
How awful.
And which doctor would they take him to? Merictus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible! He left Walkie to die!
There's a darkness in the world, Trucy doll. Waiting. Hungry. Compared to it, this gang's turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against the real evil, well, doesn't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
You were a surgeon, right? You could operate on him, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So Walkie...
He's real lucky to even be alive even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita TR.
That's right. This operation was how they met.
Problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed.
Wait.
Why didn't she ever tell him?
Doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before they got getting engaged. What was she thinking, Apollo?
What were you thinking? Well, I think we've answered the question. Now we just gotta prove it in court. Case will end to the next set of episodes. So I'm gonna save it here. And we'll start the trial next time. Hooray!